of modern spiritual teachings stress the idea of killing the ego, looking at the ego as an enemy. Your ego is truly your best friend. Without understanding the ego, without learning what the ego has to show you, you can't actualize your whole self. I like to use the analogy as your life's masterpiece coming to you as a big piece of raw marble. Now you are Michelangelo and you're taking this giant piece of marble and you're going to make your statue of David with your life. And you can only do this if you work with the ego. As you're working on your statue of David, the ego is going to whisper to you like that piece has to go. There are some pieces of you that are going to need to go. This is what we call an ego death. And this is not your ego dying. It is a piece of your ego dying. Those first ego deaths, some people call them a dark night of the soul, are the hardest to go. But as you start to learn how to work with this marble and how to refine it, it gets easier and easier. Everything always gets easier with practice. Something I had to work on my ego with was the fear of being seen and the fear of being rejected. These are two of my big things that my ego was showing me. This is something you got to dig into. As someone who knows that she's here to share her wisdom on a large scale, as someone who's here to speak to her experiences, the fear of being seen is a big thing to have. If I'm afraid to be seen, how can I be seen teaching my wisdom? If I'm afraid of being rejected, how can I put myself out there in a world where people online are just going to tear you down and reject you? I've had to work with my ego to understand where these fears come from, to listen to what they're trying to teach me, and then to learn how to work with them and push on despite them. Not eliminating them, because I couldn't eliminate them. That fear is still very present with me, but instead of killing that fear, I sat with that fear. I learned from that fear. I understand what that fear is trying to teach me. My ego wants to hold me in a comfortable place, and that me putting myself out there and facing being seen and facing the possibility of being rejected, these are all things that my ego wants to protect me from. Your ego wants to protect you. That's not something you want to kill. It's something that you want to cuddle. My name is Jackie, and I help people remember that they already have everything that they need within them. I help people reconnect to the wisdom of their bodies so that they can feel comfortable to face their own fears, to dig into their own ego. And I teach you how to do that as well. So if you're ready to become your own teacher, to start actualizing the masterpiece, your own personal statue of David, then don't forget to follow me for more.